Hi, Professor. This is team of Jinyang Yan and Hu Kuk No, Louis Ho. And here have a project related to e-commerce shipping. Here is our table of content. We have four blanks. First is the introduction related to background, feature descriptions, literature review, and visualizations, descriptive statistics, data visualization, methodology, and conclusion. We have an introduction. Introduction first, we have a background and the literature review. An international e-commerce company who sells electronic products need to study their customers. Customer evaluation directly reflects the customer's satisfaction with the company's product. The influencing factors of customer evaluation may include transportation method, whether it arrives on time, discount offer, product cost, and so on. We are planning to use the data set from Kaggle to analyze the specific factors that affect the company's rating to help the company's development. Motivation. Our goal is to use the data set to create a visualization to help the company understand its customer base. Most of the existing literature discussed the e-commerce in detail. Still, it has not been clarified if researchers looked holistically at the company using its data to understand its customer base. We are hoping our research will help to fill the gap. Here first our introduction about our feature description. ID, where ID of the customer's warehouse block. The customer had a big warehouse which divided into blocks such as A, B, C, D, E, 5 racks. Model shipment. The company ships the product in multiple ways such as ship, flight, and roll in 3 ways. Customer care codes. Number of calls made inquire about product. Customer rating. Rating from 1 lowest worst to 5 the highest. Customer product. Customer product in the US dollars. Period purchase. The number of period purchase. Product importance. The company has categorized the product in various metrics such as low, medium, high in 3 ranks. Gender, male and female. Discount offered on that specific product. Weight gems, weight in grams. Here is about the visualization. I have a box plot of the goods which are delivered on time or not. This is related to the different variables, and their variances between 0 and 1 reflected to 0 is the not arrived and 1 is arrived. And here is the range. The black line is about the median. And for this, we can see for the customer cost, customer product, and the customer rating, we can't find significant between 0 and 1, and whether they are arrived on time. And for the reached on time and discount offered and waiting grams, we can find that they have significant variance between whether reached on time, and here they have different median data. And here is the more the details. Is the details same as the first plot, but I just have a development into the bar plots that we can find the better differences. As we can see, first I make the box plot compare the overall description of each quantitative variable between on-time and non-on-time shipments. Starting from the corner with the lower median value, we see that apart from outliers, most on-time shipments have a higher discount order. At the same time, it is found in this wheel that at least 75% of the goods that arrive on time have a higher discount offer than 75% of the goods that are not on time. Conversely, in the bottom right, we will find that most on-time arrivals are of lower quality. We also see in the upper median graph that for the cost of goods, although there's definitely a difference between on-time and non-on-time shipments, the difference is not as pronounced compared to the last two graphs. This suggested that discount order and weight will be most useful in predicting whether or not a shipment will occur, while also taking into account the impact of shipment cost in subway. Looking at the histograms overlaid with the kernel density estimates, we are better able to visualize the extent to which the distributions of the good which on time overlap with the distributions of the not on time for each qualitative variables. This provides further evidence to suggest that weight and discount offered will be useful in predicting whether goods deliver on time, which decently clear separations between the distributions peak between on-time and not on-time goods. The significant overlap between groups for the cost of product, care cost, per cost, and customer rating flows is further evidence to suggest that these variables will not have much impact on whether the goods are delivered on time. And its impact on our simulation forecast is not large. And here is about my methodology about linear discriminal analytics and quadric discriminal analytics. In the linear discriminal analytics model, when I use all variables as prediction reach on time, I find that the error rate is relatively high. And when I use the variables with strong correlation obtained in the previous article, the comprehensive error rate is low, only 0.7465, which has a high accuracy in predicting both on-time and non-on-time delivery. When only product importance and the cost of product are taken out of variables, the model provides a higher accuracy rate when predicting no punctual delivery. But the correct proportion of predicting on-time delivery is low, which is generally higher than the optimal error rate. So that we can see 0.74 larger than 0.73465. In the quadratic discriminal analysis, when I used all variables as prediction reached on time, I found the lowest error rate, 0.34515. When I used the variables with strong correlations obtained above, the combined error rate was lower, only 0.7429, which was the lower in predicting on-time delivery than when used over variables. When I use only the variables with strong correlations, when product importance and the cost of product are taken out, the accuracy of the model is at its lowest when predicting non-on-time delivery. On the whole, using QDA has higher accuracy than using LDA, and it is much better than LDA in predicting non-on-time shipments. But LDA is significantly better than QDA in predicting on-time shipments. As the theoretical knowledge belongs, QDA performs better than LDA when the dataset is large. This dataset contains over 10,000 data, and from the data, we can boldly speculate that the decision boundary of the data is nonlinear, and QDA will perform the better.
Louis, now I'm will present NetBlast methodology, and the first one we want to try it. We apply the regression, and the reason why we want to apply linear regression because we want to find the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable, and it's exactly with the independent variable we have the warehouse block, and with warehouse block we have the warehouse block B, C, D, F, and model shipping, and we try to use model shipping row and model shipping trip, and we have the independent variable, and we try to find relationship between the dependent variable he deliver on time, and the table on the right so p-value today is 0.0 and 0.05, so we reject the mean hypothesis, and it means between the dependent variable and dependent variable have relationship, And next we want to move R square E 54.4%. It means have relationship between the two variable, but relationship is not strong enough. And next we I conduct statistics on the important variable and found the top form of variable and determinants that over a variable may affect the accuracy of the model and affect the learning on the system. We want to say is the variable affect to deliver on time. Yeah, and the top four, there is a way in the way, and net in the declare offer, and net in the cost of products, and the last one we priority purchase, and the four variable have a strong relationship between with deliver on time. Next, we will move to machine learning, and we want to try predict deliver on time. Yeah, and the first here I applied to 3 model machine learning. There are KNN, gradient plotting, and random forest, and we got the highest accuracy in 0.68 from the gradient plotting. And next I want to apply pipeline. The reason why we want to apply because apply pipeline we can get the result faster and exactly. Yeah, and we try to use 3 model also. We try to locate regressions, decision tree, and random forest, and we got the highest accuracy in 0.644 from located regression, and we compare the result of the located regression and gradient plotting, and we got the gradient plotting still higher, so we decided to use gradient plotting. And that in a conclusion, so we believe that the 3 factors of the warehouse location, transportation method, and customer rating have a little effect on time delivery. And way of good, the car offer and cost of products are more affected, available to determine whether good will arrive on time. And gradient plotting can be used for the data as a model, and we obtain an accuracy rate of 68.6%. We found that the decay of the good is the most important factor affected on time delivery, and the larger the decay, the easier it to deliver on time. And our suggestions, e-commerce company can recruit temporary worker to avoid shortage of the employed to deliver goods on time during the period of big discount. And next, after receiving a call from a customer many times, it means that the product may not arrive on time, and the e-commerce company can contact the transportation company to increase the possibility of delivery on time. E-commerce company can make preparation of production and transportation of a pre-sale product to ensure that they can be delivered on time. Yeah, so thank you for listening.